Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel, honey. Listen, it's time for us to get into your favorite episode, your favorite segment, and that is Body Cam is Messy. Okay. And this is more of a real life crime story that we're going to get into on today. So without further ado, let us go ahead and hop right on into that thing. Let's do it.
Following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. On the morning of January 9th, 2018, 25-year-old construction worker Jerry Motley Jr. begins recording on his way to the office.
So now we're recording. I'm gonna tell you, like I told these others, like they just did like outrageous, racist bullshit. It's like time and time I come into work, just racist, just flat out racist. There's no forgiving. Dude used the word like a million times. Boss man makes black jokes every day. My name is Black Jerry. I'm the lowest paid in the company. Been there for a year. Pretty much bullshit. And I got a best friend that works there too. So it's like even my best friend sat there and pointed out a branch like, "Oh Jerry, which one you want to be hanged from? Him and Johnny." It's like y'all like think like doesn't like click. Like y'all are ignorant. Y'all just think money is the power of everything. Really, a weapon is the power of everything.
Ooh.
Just basically you guys. And I really hope y'all do that.
Minutes later, Jerry
This man said, y'all think money is the power of everything. No, weapons is the power of everything.
arrives at his workplace. He parks his car and calmly heads toward the front door as he'd likely done every workday for the past year. But this time, tucked into a hoodie pocket underneath his jacket, is a fully loaded pistol.
Woo!
Where's Tom? Look and see. Oh, God, he is.
911, where's your emergency?
I need an ambulance immediately at Reliable Sense. We got an employee that shot people.
Where is the person that shot him?
I don't know. We have 4 rooms back there, and when I'm in a locked room. I need police and I need an ambulance staff.
Okay, where I have everybody coming. Where is the victim?
He's right next to me, and I don't know who else
Okay,
he
is he?
shot. Who else did he
All right,
shoot?
is he breathing?
Yes, he's breathing.
Okay, where is he shot?
Wow.
In the chest.
Okay, do we have anything to put on the wound?
He's got his glove against it now.
Okay,
Just stay still.
You-
Is he shot?
all right. Who's the person?
He shot my brother. I have 2 people shot.
Okay, where's the other?
Brother, he's trying to leave. I need police now.
The dispatcher requests information about the suspect's car, but the woman on the line is unable to answer as someone delivers a crushing confirmation.
You mean my brother's shot?
Ma'am, take a deep breath. Ma'am, we have everybody coming. Okay, ma'am, somebody get on the phone with me, please. Ma'am, hello. Ma'am, hello.
Black Jerry?
As more calls reach dispatchers, they're able to learn from other employees that the suspect fled the scene in a gray Saturn.
It's a black male. He works with us. I don't know. We posted on Facebook last night, and he came to work all weird.
Okay. Listen, we got everybody coming to help you. Take a deep breath. What's his name?
Jerry Motley.
He shot Tom? What the? I have one
Conscious
person
and breathing?
Conscious and breathing that shot. He's standing right
Okay,
behind me.
all right. And what about the other person?
Other person's on the ground, looks like he's dead.
The Clinton Township Police Department arrived at the shocking aftermath of Jerry's rampage. One victim, Angelo Joe McCauley III, was treated by paramedics at the scene and transferred to McLaren Hospital with multiple gunshot wounds. In a back office, the business owner, 61-year-old Thomas Edward Batke, was found face up on the tile floor in a pool of blood with a fatal gunshot wound to the head. The murder weapon, a semi-automatic pistol, was found near his legs, containing 7 unspent rounds. Several employees were brought into the police station and asked to describe for detectives exactly what happened.
We all gather in Tom's office in the morning to find out what we're doing for the day, and just kind of talk and see what's going on. And Jerry was just acting really weird this morning.
In what way? Was he not talking to people he normally does?
No, yeah, just not talking. Just and his buddy Jeff in the other room was like his best friend. And Jeff said hi to him, and he's like, and just walked away, just mumbled something, and walked away. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Well, anyways, we're all in Tom's office to find out what's going on. And all of a sudden, we're like, just thinking like, where's Jerry at? And then all of a sudden, we seen the back door open, and then Jerry walks out like this.
Jerry pulls the gun out and says, "You motherfucker, I told you stop with me." Blam, shots once.
I've been to shooting range. I know what it smells like when you shoot a gun. I'm like, what the? He shot Angelo. You can hear Angelo hit the ground.
Lori, the deceased owner's sister, described what happened next.
I can play it in my mind. Into my view came Angelo, and he's like this, and he goes, "My God, that hurts." And Jerry was there, and I said, "What the hell? What's going on?" Because I heard the sound. I was attack, a firework. I mean, never in a million years. And he turned and he went this way through the door, and the door slammed and boom, boom against the door. And I was trying to push against the door and I couldn't. I'm like, what is going on? Because I could hear it all against the door.
When he shot Joe, he was still going after Joe. He didn't have any intentions on going in the office because he was walking past the office.
Okay.
And I think that's when Dylan was right there and jumped on him. But when he was walking past the office, I could have sworn I heard him say, "I'm sick of this bull."
Employee Dylan then attempted to stop Jerry from firing the gun again.
I grabbed both of his wrists and threw him up against the wall, and I couldn't hold him forever. I knew that. I held him for about 20 seconds, and then he found a way into the office. And Tom, at the time, my boss, the second guy that got shot, he was trying to lock the door.
It was then that Jeff jumped in to help, but the struggle spilled over into the owner's office.
They moved into the office, and he still had the gun. And I looked, and my dad, since Jeff was on him, my dad saw that, and he went to grab his arm and try to get control of it so no one else got shot. And then I saw that, and they were leaning on my dad's desk. So I jumped on Jerry, and I put him in a chokehold. And I don't know where my dad was. I know he was in there somewhere, but I just remember looking up, and I saw Jerry with the gun. He did one of these and pulled the trigger at my dad.
Ooh.
And then after that, Jerry had the gun like this, and he shot it at the wall, and then he ended up dropping it. I don't know if it was because I was still choking him, so I don't know if he was losing consciousness. Then after that, him and Jeff just fell to the ground in the doorway. And I remember looking up to the right, and I just saw my dad laying there. I could tell he was almost passed out because he started gagging. I kind of let off because I didn't want to kill him. You know what I mean? Like, but I sat there telling him, I was like, "You just killed my dad." Because I knew right away when I saw him laying there that there was no.
Did you say anything when you said that?
No.
Did he?
No, I got up. Since I was the first one to get up, I walked out front because I didn't know what to do. Deep down, I knew what happened, but I didn't know what to do.
It was then that Jerry...
I can imagine how that sits with him till this day. And although I don't think anybody should lose a life, right? If you don't like the job that you're at, leave the job. Just quit. Just go, right? But also at the same time, when you're hiring people to do a service for you, don't be over there being disrespectful, cracking certain jokes that you think is funny, and they not laughing at it. And you know the difference between a ha 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 moment and a ha ha ha, I'm uncomfortable, I'm just gonna laugh because, I don't want to be the odd one here and I need to keep my job type of thing. It's an unfortunate situation that has happened, but I feel like it's something for a lot of people to learn. Everybody on the job not finna play with you. Just like y'all hire some people that are not good at the job, y'all hire people that's crazy and will clap your ass at the job too. So you got to be mindful of how you play with people. Just because they work up under you don't mean that they should be disrespected, disregarded, or any of that, right? According to this guy, Jerry, not making excuses for him, but noting the obvious, he said it was a lot of racism and racist jokes and this and that going on, right? Why would you even want to hire somebody and then you're sitting up there doing these jokes all the time? Like, everybody not finna deal with that shit. Now, some people may not clap you. They may whoop your ass, but even that's a risk that you got to take, right? But I do feel like in my personal, to me, it's not worth taking somebody else's life, therefore taking your own. It's just not worth it when you could just leave and go somewhere else and get a better job. You know what I'm saying? Possibly, hopefully you could get a better job, or at least a job that's going to treat you better. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I can imagine how all these folks are really scarred from this incident that took place.
Just as casually as he entered, made his way back to his car. However, he didn't make it far. Just 1 mile down the road from the business, Jerry lost control of his vehicle, slamming into the rear of a flatbed truck. Despite not wearing a seatbelt, he survived and was seen by the truck driver crawling out of a shattered window, fleeing on foot.
Wow.
Well, Stan.
And it's just crazy because, this morning I was asking what was wrong with Jerry, and, Jeff told me, "Did you read his Facebook status?"
The night before the shooting took place, Jerry took to Facebook, leaving a cryptic post that hinted something dark was lingering in his mind. He detailed several incidents, writing, "You can't talk to another human being like that," then stating, "I put up with it for a year, no more."
I was reading it, and it was just all the people that gave me a hard time and this, and that, and I think he's talking about Joe.
Was there a history of Joe giving him a hard time? I mean, that you saw.
All right. Joe has done a lot of things to everybody. Okay. He grabbed me by my neck and, choked me up one time at a job.
Joe the owner?
That's a fucking problem. Joe over there grabbing people up by their neck and choking them up. These are, who do you think you are? These are not your possessions. Just because they work for you or whatever the case is does not give you the right to put your hands on nobody. And see, I'm sorry, that's why you got popped. sir. That's why you got popped. The moment Joe put his hands on any worker in that place, he should have been let go. Because honestly, what the black boy should have did, instead of unaliving and taking a life, you should have went and sued them. You should have went to somebody that would hear your case out, right? And with them hearing your case out, they probably would have pursued, some type of suit on your behalf, and you didn't have to pay until the case was won or whatever. But Jerry may not have them all. So that's crazy.
He's grabbed the owner's son by his neck and choked him up just for stupid little bickering arguments.
You've choked up the owner's son and the owner allowed it? If the owner allowed you to operate like that, then I wonder how the hell was the owner operating? That's crazy.
He's done it to Jeff. And he always picked on Jerry.
Angelo is kind of a bully, really, honestly. He'll flick cigarettes at you, he'll throw at you, he'll just do all types of stuff to...
That's weirdo shit. You have an anger issue, sir. That's why your ass got popped. The fact that they keep showing his image, I want to believe that he may have survived, but also, yeah, that's crazy. And it seems like so far, I don't know if they're going to show us the rest of the workers, but right now it looks like Jerry is the only black boy that worked there. And Jerry may have had some issues that came with him. Okay? And they just continue to make fun of him. Y'all hired him to drag him. That's crazy. Let's keep going.
And picks on Jerry the most, so I can see why he was the first one shot.
According to the owner's son, there may be a reason Joe hasn't yet been fired, despite the allegations of abuse by his coworkers.
Sounds like Joe's a big dude. He's not small. Mm-hmm. Is he that meathead? Is he that guy that's got to pick on everybody, flick cigarettes at everybody, call names? Okay. Has he been there a long time? Worked for your dad?
Yeah, 17 years.
Wow.
My dad's known him since diapers. He's best friends with his dad. That's why. Joe's caused fights around there in the past 7 years I've been there. Me and him butted heads a few times.
Does he keep his job because of the relationship between your dad and his dad?
Wow.
Why I think he shot Tom is because nothing happened. We've brought to Tom's attention that nobody likes Joe there. Everybody will tell you this. Nobody likes Joe here. We tolerate him. He's with everybody. He's just a cocky dude, just thinks his don't stink.
In part of Jerry's recording filmed prior to the shooting, he made it clear why Joe was a target.
And Joe, the reason I shot Joe because you're just ignorant. You're the mixture of racist and ignorant. Always constantly yelling at me, telling me to do. I did everything that you said, but you're still crying about everything. Saying that I ain't worthless, what the hell am I doing in this company? You sat there and antagonized me that one day, and I told you to stop. Man, you got me up. Then the boss man's gonna defend you.
Have people gone to the owners about Joe and said, hey, things you gotta stop? He's basically...
the last situation Joe had with somebody was with me, is when he grabbed me up on my neck one time, and I told Tom, look, I'm either going to quit, or you need to tell Joe, you're going to do something for him, get him help. And, Tom told me I'm going to tell Joe to take anger management. I said, you know what, all right, I'll get over it. We're all family. We all got to work together. We've got to put roofs over our heads. That was it.
After wounding Joe, killing Tom, crashing his car, and fleeing on foot, Jerry was quickly apprehended when a Roseville police detective saw him running into a subdivision and successfully tackled him to the ground. He was then handcuffed by an officer with the Fraser Police Department, who later returned him to the custody of Clinton Township. He now sits with detectives, who will hear a haunting confession regarding his motives for the brutal attack.
I got the job through my best friend. Okay.
I have to hear y'all thoughts on this. Again, I still kind of feel like nobody should die, but you cannot test people, choke people up, do what you want to do, and then think that you're not going to fuck around and find out someday.
Best friend is Jeff. Pretty sure you talked to him. But it just, something just didn't really feel right. Because then he started completely being that whole, just screaming and yelling at me. If I get something wrong, oh, you're stupid, you're dumb, you're worthless. The way he was acting towards me, and he was like, you would never get a raise here, you're just a piece of and you're and this. Every time we get in an argument, he reverts back to racism, and it's like I'm at a losing chance, and then whoever's with him, they're tagging along, they're laughing at the joke, so I'm just like a target, and it's just a constantly target every single day of my life.
Jeff, who explains he's known Jerry since high school, admits there was name-calling at the job site.
There are times where, there's racial slings back and forth, and he might say, or whatever, or he might say something about being white or something, everybody, even him, would shoot shots back. You know, it's just guys and guys. And then, like with me and him, our relationship, he technically is one of the whitest black people I know. He doesn't really like his kind either, per se. I mean, I guess you'd say back in the day, he kind of acted like it didn't really offend him as much, you know, when we were younger, you know?
In parts of the recording made before the shooting, Jerry speaks directly to his best friend, Jeff.
I can look at him and tell why he may have felt the way about his own people or whatever, because think about it, like, we could be very critical, whatever, white folks got this shit too, but like, just looking, like, I'm just reflecting back to high school time frame when they met. Like, just looking at his teeth and stuff, he probably got joked on a damn lot. He also give one of those, I don't know if they call it like emo kids or whatnot. You know, kids that may have been into like Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball Z, all of that stuff or whatever like that. Like, it's a certain clique or group of those people that may not fit in with the other cool black kids or whatever the case is. So based on probably how he was treated, he probably felt that way. But at the end of the day, he may have downplayed things for y'all to also fit in over there because y'all probably were a bit nicer to him. But deep down inside, don't no black person want to be called out their name by a person that ain't black. Okay? At the end of the day. And the old boy took it too far, period. That's crazy as hell. Telling people they stupid, they dumb, you a Nigger. Baby, the way Tom would have got his ass folded. Was it Tom or Angelo? Whatever his name, Angelo. The way he would have got his ass folded up at that job. Now, you may not have gotten clapped, but you would have got your ass thumped out so good that I bet you won't call another one that. Well, I mean, if he's still living, he definitely ain't gonna call another one that now, out of fear of getting his ass popped again. All right. But I just gotta hear y'all thoughts. Some people gonna try and justify this, right? I'm not gonna justify it. I see why he may have taken the measures that he took, but I still don't think that he should have done that. And he ended up losing his own life in a sense, you know, by being locked up forever. Like, and then you a black boy that did this to these white folks at the end of the day. And even if they not all the way white, you know, it's still given that they're gonna be seen as white quicker than you. Unfortunate situation. He didn't think this all the way through, I feel.
You heard about his best friend ever. The way you treated me when I first started at that company was overrage. Jumping around in the state truck, screaming, Jerry, you ain't never gonna be nothing. My car broke down, so you had to come and get me. You just harassed me the whole
Oh, this supposed to be your best friend?
Get in my car.
Part of that is your fault. Because when y'all were younger, yeah, the black people probably treated you a certain way and you feel like he was a tad bit nicer to you, that you would get around this motherfucker, downplay your own people and yourself to be around this nigga, and you allowed certain behavior to happen, and it continued and it only got worse, more and more and more and more and more. And some of that is at the fault of yourself, and some of it may be at the fault of your parents, okay? For not instilling more self-esteem within you and letting you know what you should and should not tolerate when it comes from people or whatever the case is. So there was a mishap somewhere in your childhood, okay, or you're growing up of your life, but you downplayed yourself a lot being around these folks, and then they just continue to disrespect you. The disrespect didn't just happen with this job. The shit been going on, okay? But if I had any white friends, okay, and I don't know what the future may hold, bitch, don't ever, if you ain't black, don't ever think that you... Because you have some folks that are okay with their non-black counterparts, their associates, saying the N-word. But don't ever think that you're comfortable enough to say no shit like that around me. Okay? Don't ever. Because you allowed that. And now you over here dragging your friend because he was a shitty friend. And granted, he probably was. But you allowed some of that behavior to go down.
When are you ever going to get your car? I don't want to drive you. All this other bullshit. If you ain't want to drive me, you ain't have to drive. But there's no point. I just sat there and you just screamed and yelled at me. It's like, yeah, I'm the boss of you and all this other bullshit. I can't believe you.
Don't get me wrong, we all joke around. You know, it's construction work. It's about the guys, right. You know, both around. You're an idiot, you know, excuse my language or whatever. You know, everybody picks on everybody.
All of my friends are Caucasian. All of them. And it's like I never in my life has been treated in a racial way really that bad. And it's like,
so you've been treated bad, but you're saying really that bad. But you've been treating bad. Again, these videos definitely are a lesson for a lot of people that watch. You know what I'm saying? How you allow people to treat you is what will continue. Y'all better nip some of that shit in the bud from the beginning. Okay, and I understand if you still feeling a person out and you don't want to say nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? But don't never let it be okay for a motherfucker to disrespect you. All right?
It's not fair, and it's like, I even thought about it.
Don't
Maybe
kill
I should
him,
quit.
but you know.
Something inside of me was like,
Check
no,
'em.
they can't get away. They can't get away with this. Like, this is not right. Y'all already broke through. Like, oh my God, it's nerve-wracking. Just thinking about it, like, it's like, how do you treat another human being so bad and expect him to be perfectly fine with it when it's a constant thing when he told y'all multiple times to stop?
Jerry points to the nickname Black Jerry as a source of resentment, but employee Dylan shares their reasons for addressing him this way.
We do call him Black Jerry, but it's not because we're trying to be racist. We have multiple Jerrys that work with us. Okay. Kind of just the easiest way.
Fuck no, baby. No. It's just the easiest way to say Black Jerry. What's their last name? You can't say Jerry M. Okay? You can't say New Jerry because the other Jerry been there for a minute. You can't call one Jerry and the other one Jay. Like, huh? Stop playing. And you over here talking, I mean, we do call him that, but it ain't like to be racist or anything like that. But also, he should have also told them, hey, don't call me Black Jerry. Just call me such and such.
And he never told us that he didn't like it, so.
I'm the only black person here. And like, I kind of like tried to bring it up to Tom, but Tom just like brushed it off. One morning I come in, and Tom, everybody's sitting there. They're just making black jokes. Oh, when you turn off the light, you're going to see Steve go. I'm like, that's not funny. He was like, and then they just, no apologies, just went on about their like, are you serious? Like, that's bull.
Jerry shares a more specific example of something that happened between him and Joe.
One day I was extremely pissed off, like I wasn't having a good mood. And for some reason, Tom sent me with Joe, and Joe was just being, and I was like, dude, can you just leave me alone? So I kind of got pissed off, and I went in the truck. He's hitting the window while I'm in the truck, just terrorizing me. And Jeff was like, you know he's not going to stop. I was like, he just needs to leave me alone. And he's all laughing about it, thinking it's all funny.
Outrageous, screaming at me. Oh, if I get something wrong, oh, Jay, you should already know this. You've been here for at least 2 months. I have a disability. I can't do that. I know it now that I've been there for a year. You say, oh, I'm just doing whatever Joe's doing to you. That's not right. That's some bull.
Multiple co-workers acknowledged that Joe was particularly harsh with Jerry, but still couldn't believe he would take it to this extreme.
Jerry was, I've had him over at my house a few times, you know what I mean? We've hung out. He was a good kid. I mean, granted, I know Angelo, he gave him quite a bit of at work, but, I mean, Jerry's a little slow. So when you tell him to do something and he doesn't do it properly, you just got to keep telling him, you know what I mean? My dad, to be honest, everybody's told my dad, you know what, Jerry's a good kid, but we don't mean he's cut out for this. This kind of works. My dad agreed, but he didn't want to just dump Jerry off, you know what I mean? He wanted to help the kid. That's what he does with a lot of these people around here. He's trying to help all of them.
According to Tom's
Is that
sister
right?
Lori, she encouraged her brother to fire Jerry, but Tom refused.
He's a little slow.
Who's that?
Jerry.
Okay.
And I said to my brother, Tony, things are getting slower, the winter season.
He should have fired him so that y'all can have a lawsuit on y'all hands for a bit of discrimination, possibly if that boy really does have a condition or did have a condition or whatever. It's too late now, but
leave the kid what he needs a job. He did everything, and you killed him?
Yeah. No, Tom was great to him. You know, Tom could have canned him 6 months ago. You know what I mean? He just wasn't the best worker all the time. You know, again, he was slow. You know, doesn't like the cold. You know, all this. So, but he was very patient with Jerry, and which is why I don't understand what.
When Tom was shot, did it look like he was the target of was Jerry's intention?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Oh yeah. Yeah, because there's 4 of us there, and he could have went off all of us.
Right.
But
he specifically got his arm in,
and
pointed at Tom, and pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
Jerry continues his confession to investigators, sharing a specific incident regarding the owner, Tom.
Tom's like, started laughing, and then just turned to me, oh, do you want to hear something funny? I'm like, not really, Tom. I really don't want to hear that funny. Oh, if you gave a black person a watermelon, he'd do anything that you say. As he shakes the watermelon in front of my face.
Wow.
So wow. So Joe turns around after he leaves the room and tells me,
wow. Listen, y'all, I don't know. I might have to take back what the hell I said. I don't think the person should be killed. You know what I'm saying? Some part of me is just like, listen, I don't know, sir. You can't play these games. You can't play games with everybody like that.
Jerry, don't tell nobody what goes down over here. Immediately I thought to myself, like, yeah, Because if I tell anybody, it's not gonna matter.
The kid didn't look like he had a care in the world that he just did any of that. And I don't know why he shot my dad. My dad was nothing but good to him. There's no
Was
way
he good to him? I don't know why he shot my dad. My dad was nothing but good to him. Was your dad good to him? Was your dad good to you? Letting another nigga sit up there and pound on you? Letting somebody else sit up there and pound on you and choke on you and flick cigarettes at you? His own seed? Daddy didn't seem to have no morals in my personal.
He just randomly decided to just bring that gun into work. You know what I mean? He wouldn't just do that. He's that type of kid where he has to plan it. He doesn't just go with the flow. His brain just doesn't work that way. I just don't understand what pushed him this far today.
So you can't picture a specific event in the last few days or whatever. Okay.
Detectives also wondered if this was a sudden decision by Jerry or something he'd been planning for some time.
Where did you get the gun from? Gun shop. Have you ever shot it before today? Nope. Honestly, that's my first time ever shooting a pistol. How did you find out how to use it? YouTube. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Jerry explains he originally purchased it 4 months ago after a heated argument with Jeff when they were returning from a job site.
All the way back, like we're screaming and yelling at each other. He pulled over. He was like, "Your attitude is ridiculous. I hate you." And at this point, I'm already crying. I'm emotional. I don't even know what to do. I'm pissed off. Like, so I went to go talk to Tom about it. Tom was like, "Well, all you need to do is just listen to Jeff." I'm like, "But he's screaming and yelling at me." He was like, "Are you doing what he's saying?" I was like, "But you don't have to scream and yell at me." I was like, "I messed up once and he screamed and yelled at me." He was like, "Well, all I need you to do is listen to him. Brush it off like it wasn't nothing." So I went to the gun shop, got the gun, filled out the paper and all that. First time buying a gun. So I carried it once to work because it was a potential. But like that, I backed out because it was like, okay, maybe down the road it'll change.
Mm-hmm. Maybe things will get better, right?
Right.
I was treated unfairly. Damn, from the simple fact that you say everything about black people. You blame black people for all your problems, and you blame me for your problems. You ain't never gonna be nothing. Oh my God, you're a piece of... Oh, well, here you go. Huh? I know.
But as Jerry reveals, he had bigger plans than targeting just Joe and Tom.
Let me ask you this. If your plan to get back at these guys worked out perfectly, what would have happened?
100%, I probably would have been shot dead on the site.
And you would have been shot dead?
Oh, wow.
Pretty much.
Or you mean you would have shot all of them dead?
No, I had a different plan for my best friend. I would have shot my best friend in his 2 legs, make sure he couldn't walk ever again, and pretty much from there, just let it role play.
Did you want to kill everybody there but your best friend?
Pretty much everybody but my best friend.
You understand what happened today. You understand that. What you did was wrong. You know what you did was wrong.
Oh, I know that.
Oh, his goal was to kill everybody and for him to die too, so he never had to face the consequences. And his best friend would live with that for the rest of his life. Woo, baby.
That is going to take a human life. You know that. Yeah. And you were intent on killing these people in the shop.
Yes.
And you killed Tom, you shot him in the head, and you took 2 shots at Joe. And your intentions were to kill him too.
What were you feeling when this was going on?
In my head, get Joe, and and go after everybody else.
But due to the quick intervention by his coworkers, Jerry was disarmed before he could harm anyone else. The only loss of life was that of his boss, Tom. Lori shares that outside of work, Tom took care of his wife, who's bound to a wheelchair and battling advanced stage 4 cancer.
Did I ever in a million years think somebody would bring a gun in and shoot somebody? No. My brother, least of all. My brother played Santa for kids, for people in nursing homes. My brother was no doubt the kindest kid, and I wish he would have shot me instead of him.
Girl, bye.
Dad, why
Bye.
did you take me instead? Why didn't you take me instead of Tommy?
Are you feeling any remorse for what you did today?
It's probably going to hit me later on, but as of right now, I'm just like, it happened. I can't control it. Yes, I do want to cry because, honestly, it could have been avoided. Yes, I know it was wrong. I know it could have went another way. But it was my choice. As a human being, you make choices that you got to deal with. So now I had a body on my hands, and I'm probably going to be living in a long time for this. So now I just rocked.
Oh.
Do you think you should be forgiven for this? No. What do you think that should happen to you?
Bury me, lock me up, leave me to rot. That's just the way it is.
According to court records, Jerry Motley Jr. was ultimately charged with homicide, first-degree murder, multiple theories, assault with intent to murder, weapon carrying with unlawful intent, and 2 counts of weapons felony firearm. A jury found him guilty on all counts, and on August 7th, 2025, he received a cumulative sentence of life in prison without parole. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our...
Child, listen, that boy is not sorry for what he did, and some part of me is like, I mean, shit, if you ain't sorry, then shit, you ain't sorry. I mean, I hate to say it, but it don't seem like they asked for sorry either. Okay, for how they treated him. But I guarantee you, Mr. Angelo that's still living, whatever his name is, your ass gonna be a bit more mindful about how you handle people now. Either way, good luck. That's all I got. Y'all leave y'all thoughts down below about this particular case at hand. I'm Jamie, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a praxis. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATL, got them trying to clone me like Aegis. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can